Alright y'all, so I'm gonna teach y'all the basics on building. This video helps you out. I would appreciate it if you subscribe. Also, if you got any questions, leave it in the comments. Alright, so if you go to your maker pen and then go to your maker pen menu, at the top you're gonna see snapping, which got 3 settings: off, surface, and grid. So basically what grid does is, if you was to go to your palette and get a shape, you will see that grid moves it by a pattern. As you can see, it stays in place. If you go to the surface, the object will be on the surface, and off, it does nothing. You can just see, you could just place it anywhere. Alright, so if I was to go back to grid, and if I was to click on snapping settings, you see the position snap. This is basically how big your pattern is. So if I was to go to like 0.05, as you can see, it's way smaller. So let's go to like 100. Yeah, way bigger. Okay, so if you was to build something, for example a wall, as you can see, it's perfectly aligned with it because of grid. Grid makes everything perfect. Yep. So for instance, let's say if I was to build something like a doorway, I will usually set my position snap to 0.5. I will place that block down, and then I will go back to it, go to 0.05, go to scale, and I will scale it in a little bit. And then I will, if you was to click it, it'll go up by half. So I'll click it a little bit. And then what I would do is scale it some more, and then I will clone it. So I will probably go back to 0.5 when I clone, so it won't clone in little patterns. Then I will click the cloning, go back to scale, and then go back to 0.05. And make sure, yep, it's on there perfectly. Oh, if it's not on there perfectly, as you can see, I will just go down more, probably like to the lowest. Then make sure it's perfect. Yep. So what I usually do is go back to 0.5, scale it up. There you go, a doorway. It's that simple. Okay, so when you're building, you want to make sure on your maker pen menu, you're going to manipulate, because it keeps your objects together, so you won't use more ink, or so your building won't be all over the place, just in case something messes up. For an example, if I was to build this object and then come out of it and then build another one, it will be 2 separate objects. But if you was to click manipulate, click the object, and then build another one, same object. Okay, so when the object is getting rotated, if you're in grid, it's going to obviously rotate in your grid. You could go back to the settings on the right, scroll down, you're going to see the rotate snap. That's how much it will rotate by. So you go to 45 degrees, it will rotate 45 degrees. Lower, it will rotate even like little by little. If you was to turn it off, then you rotate it how you want to rotate it. So if you was to click one of these lines, it will rotate 90 degrees that way if you just click it. Okay, let me get a different shape. That's a bad example. Get this shape right here. So for example, if you just click it, it'll rotate 90 degrees that way. Okay, so that's the basics to building. If you got any questions, leave it in the comments, and make sure you subscribe to me, because I will be making more videos in the future of me actually building like houses and things like that. Hope I helped y'all out, and yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one.